Welcome to Shadows of the Greenhouse, where we talk about the mysterious characters who were hanging around Kurt Cobain's Lake Washington mansion around the time that he was found dead. In today's episode, we're going to talk about Eric Erlandson, the guitar player from Hole. To understand the weight Eric carries in these narratives, you first have to visualize the man himself. At 6'2" and remarkably lean, Erlandson cut an imposing, almost ghostly figure in the 1990s Seattle scene. While often described as soft-spoken and cerebral, his physical presence and proximity to Courtney Love gave him an aura of quiet authority that many in their orbit found deeply intimidating. In the foul play timeline championed by investigator Tom Grant and witness Joe Burns, Erlandson is cast as the ultimate fixer who utilized this intimidating stature to manage the chaos at the Lake Washington house. Chronologically, the suspicious behavior begins between April 4th and April 7th, 1994, during the window that Kurt was missing. While the official report claims the house was empty, Joe Burns, author of the book To Kurt, I'm Sorry, alleges that he was inside the home and witnessed Erlandson acting as a high-level operative. Burns claims that Eric was effectively managing the situation and using his position as Courtney's most trusted confidant to keep the witnesses in line. That leads directly to what Grant calls the shotgun charade on April 7th. Erlandson and Dylan Carlson, both possessing keys, conducted a search for the Remington 11 shotgun Kurt had recently acquired. Eric Erlandson claimed he couldn't find the weapon and didn't even check the greenhouse, a glass structure where the body was clearly visible. Grant argues this wasn't a failure of observation, but a cold, performative act designed to ensure that they weren't the ones to officially find the body, but to suggest that they were actively looking for the gun to try and prevent something from happening. This pattern of being the last person in the room repeated tragically on June 15th, 1994 with the death of Hole bassist Kristen Pfaff. Erlandson was the last person to see Pfaff alive in her apartment the night before she was supposed to flee Seattle from Minneapolis. When she was found dead of an overdose the next morning, the shadows followed Eric once again. Her mother, Janet Pfaff, has spoken of Eric's bizarre, almost possessive behavior at the funeral, which was so unsettling that the family eventually made it clear he was no longer welcome. In the Shadows of the Greenhouse narrative, Eric Erlandson is the common thread, the tall, silent figure with the keys who is present for the final hours of Two Legends, leaving behind a trail of performances and unanswered questions that haunt the Seattle Underground to this day. What do you guys think? Should they reopen the case and maybe talk to some of these people who Tom Grant and Joe Burns claim were around and know potentially more information about what happened to Kurt? And if it's not true, they could just give us plenty of contradictory facts that would demonstrate that. Should they reopen the case?